Harley Benton Vintage Bass 6. There are a lot of reviews out there or by guitar players who look at it as a guitar. I'm a bass player. I mean, I played guitar somewhat, but I'm a bass player, and I just wanted to see how this thing would work. First of all, before I even get started, shouts out to Harley Benton for making an affordable, high quality instrument. I mean, these things are really nice. Criticisms, of course, but you're talking about under $200, and everything about it. One of the things that I really like about this instrument is that it's equally good or equally strong in every area. It's like the whole idea that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Well, there are no weak links in the construction, the quality of materials, the way it's put together, the craftsmanship on this instrument. I got mine as a B stock item, a little cheaper than the Thomann. I don't know if you're familiar with Thomann, but it's a German company that sells all the Harley Benton stuff, and it's just really a decent instrument. And I changed out a few things. I'll tell you what I did to make it a little more friendly as a bass, electric bass instrument. But just to say that it's very good in all regards. And as a B stock instrument that I bought, it came in a brand new box, and they're just, I mean, the peel off plastic was still on it. It was great, and I took this all apart and just looked at it, and it's a very well made, thought out instrument. I don't know how they do it. Okay, on to this. I wanted to play this as a bass. For those of you familiar with Fender basses, you know that the Mustangs or the short scale basses were 30-inch scale. That's what this is, a 30-inch scale. So the low E is fine. It's I've got basses that I played are 32-inch scale, and of course 34 and above. But as a 30-inch scale bass with these Strat type pickups, it's really decent. I love the fact that they didn't put a tremolo or a whammy bar on it and put a stop tailpiece on it. I love the bridge is very nice, intonates great, and the pickups just sound good. Master volume and master tone, great. Okay, what did I do? I first of all replaced the tuning machines, and you'll see mine are kind of splayed out because I wanted a little extra room in between the tuning heads on there. But I had purchased a couple of cheap Chinese guitars that had some not so great tuning machines that are replaced with Godos, and these were just laying around, so I stuck these on, and it really does. It's a lot easier to tune with a closed back machine, Schaller type or Godo type tuning machine. I replaced the string gauging is the same as came on it, but I replaced with the Adairia strings, so it's 24, 34, 44, 56, 24, 34, 44, 56. But then don't laugh, I moved the low E string that came with it up to the A string. So it's 24, 34, 44, 54, 84. No, 56, 24, 34, 44, 56, 84. So, and this string just sounds way better with a heavier gauge. So it's like exponentially getting bigger. Then, I saw some guys say they up their low E string up to like a 90 or something. Waste of time, in my opinion, waste of time. I put a 125 on this. The neck adjusted great. As a matter of fact, with the heavier gauge on this end, the bass side of the fingerboard slope or relief looked a lot better with a little bit more tension on this side of the instrument. Gosh, with a little bit of setup, I have some nut slotting files, and I just kind of spread the strings as a little bit. I'm talking about, I don't know, less than, centimeter maybe, at the bridge side, reslotted for the heavier gauge strings on the nut side. And the only other thing that I did was I went inside and I doubled up the capacitor on the tone circuit so that I could get a darker sound. It was a little, even with the tone rolled all the way back, it was a little bright for me. Okay, so here's what it sounds like. A lot of you are gonna say, well, aren't the strings too tight? And it's like, yeah, they're tight. But I mean, like Alembic makes basses with a tighter, not this tight, but a tighter spacing, even on their 4-string basses, just because some people like it like that. I played regular Fender basses and then other basses that I built, etc. But this, I mean, I can adjust my right hand. I'm still working it out a little bit. And you can also play, like, you know, some guys like to play with their fingers like this. Anyway, yeah, I mean, just to give you an idea. And the higher strings, the higher tone strings, actually sound really nicely balanced. The only other thing that I didn't mention at the beginning, because I was so long-winded in my opening talk, is that I tuned the high E string, which normally people would leave it an E. I tuned it down to a D, and that's just because instruments that I play have that tuning on these 4 strings. So it's D, G, B, D, D, G, B, D. Anyway, there it is, 9 minutes worth. It is still getting used to this spacing. But it's a cool instrument, highly recommended for bass players as well.